So I'm gonna do my best to try to explain like what has happened today. It's been a very rough day. I had my big appointment at Mount Sinai scheduled for today. I was supposed to be there at 12:30, and on the way there, while driving good 80-90 miles an hour on the New Jersey Turnpike in the left lane, my car started to jolt and jiggle, and the engine lights started to flash. And this is the third engine in this car that I have. It's a 2014 Hyundai Tucson I got in 2018. So just think about that, and the pending class action lawsuit for the almost $15,000 that's been spent on this car. So, car's shaking and rattling. I, as a sick woman, am scared, senseless, trying to figure out how can I desperately get to this appointment that I need so much in a car that is falling apart literally as we speak. So I get to Hertz. I found a Hertz that was local. Thank God. There was a beautiful young lady. I don't even remember her name. I was so frazzled, but she was able to work it out for me to rent a car. But I was too late for my appointment. And that's when the doctors told me, girl, you're too sick to be trying to kill yourself going back and forth from New Jersey to New York. We have a whole team of people who are ready and waiting to help you. We have a geneticist, we have a rheumatologist, we have a cardiologist, and you need to see them all, and you need to get these tests done as soon as possible. But you cannot keep going back and forth by yourself. It's too far, it's unsafe, and insurance won't allow it. I can't get approval to get testing done at Mount Sinai that can legally be done in New Jersey, even though the doctors in New Jersey are not as skilled as the doctors in Mount Sinai. Why, America? Why does it have to be so hard for me to just get help being healthy? Why does insurance matter more than my life? Why do I now, after struggling, came back to New Jersey in 2015, got divorced in 2017. Health started declining again in 2019? Went back to walking with a cane. Then realized we have all of these genetic issues and osteoporosis and fibromyalgia and osteoarthritis and so many things. And it took 8 years to find doctors who were smart enough to understand what's wrong and to know what it takes to get me fixed and healed so I can be happy. I have not ridden a bike with my sons. Because when I was able to, I was too busy working. I was too busy working. So I didn't have time to enjoy their childhood with them. My only experience as a mother, I missed out on a lot. And I was there in PTA and I was there, for all the activities, but that's still not enough. I want to ride my bike with my sons, but I can't. Because I became bedridden in 2013. I had an emergency surgery in 2012. It's a gastric surgery. And it left me like this. Came into the ER, was choking on my blood. Couldn't breathe. They put me to sleep to see how bad it was, and I woke up with 30 staples and 2 drains. And they told me that the doctor that did the surgery, he didn't accept Medicaid, so he was only going to take the staples out, and that was it. He didn't really care what happened after that. That wasn't his responsibility. And I bled out 2 more times. And he cauterized and clipped it 2 more times, and this man was visibly agitated. Each time he had to stop what he was doing to save my life or fix what he didn't do in the first place. I don't know. But he was annoyed. And to make matters worse, when he took the staples out, I was on a feeding tube. And when it came time to eat solid food, nothing would stay down. So he said, no, I don't really care. I took the staples out. It's not my responsibility. And then my bariatric surgeon said, no. Well, I don't know what that man did, and that's not my responsibility, so I'm not touching you. And I became a medical liability. No one would look at my stomach. No one would attempt to see why I couldn't keep anything solid down. So from September 2012 By January 2013, my whole system shut down. I couldn't walk. I couldn't remember how to hold a pen. My vocal cords were damaged. I couldn't control the sound of my voice. And for somebody who sang their whole life in church and in school, but never chased that dream of singing for the world the way she wanted to, never gave her voice a chance to lose the ability to talk. It's been a humbling experience. It's been a humbling experience. But I pushed through. And I got all the way to here. I got my real estate license in 2019. And I worked full-time at a car dealership while sick. And I did real estate school for 4 hours afterwards for 3 weeks to make up for the first week, because I was blessed by Paul Verdicio, who met me and after one conversation paid for my real estate school. He didn't know me for anything, but God blessed me with people along the way, and they've helped me. And I got my real estate license, and I worked hard while I got sicker. And I found joy helping people find homes. Even though I don't have many sales in my own name, I was blessed by Karen Brown. She's a good woman who interviewed me for a position, but I couldn't leave Paul without blessing Paul financially because of how he blessed me. But she thought of me, and she kept me in her heart. And when the pandemic came, she offered me work to take her clients out for her. And I met some extraordinary people. And I hope I blessed them because meeting them blessed me. Like, God's given me beauty in this pain. He's allowed me to see how we can help each other. He's allowed me to realize so much just from me continuing to push forward. But he also said, stop being quiet about it. He said, there's too many people who feel like you, who feel alone, and they shouldn't, but they just don't know how to ask for help. And you have to be brave, and you have to tell them your story so they can fix this world. It doesn't make sense that now, after all of that, I'm finally making momentum. I host a weekly web series for House Then the Car, which is an excellent program. I have a passion to inspire my people to build generational wealth, for us to level the playing field that's been set against us. We have big issues in this world. Racism is a problem. It is so much has to do with why my life has been so hindered and restricted, and why I've been made to stay poor so that I can have access to health care. And then because I'm poor, I'm disrespected, I'm looked over, and all these other things. Nobody chooses to be poor, especially when you're smart, but you have to choose to stay poor because you're not healthy enough to make enough money to live. People should not have to make these kinds of decisions. So now, here I am, 37 years old, suffering from various forms of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and some other genetic issues, and I finally have all these people who are ready to help me and willing, a whole team of people, but they're in New York. My life is in New Jersey. I'm just getting ready to move into my first real apartment in my own name by myself as a single woman. I finally secured a 3-bedroom apartment for me and my sons, an affordable housing complex. I prepared my life to move forward. I finally found a way to start singing. I finally got a speech therapist, and God bless you, Lee Man, because you're an excellent woman too. I finally was building a community of people, and I had a vision and a plan. And today, The United States, once again, and all of its rules and regulations and red tape, has said I have to recreate my life again. Further away from the people I love, more secluded in my sickness. But it's all right, because God gave me family in New York, and they love me just like my family in New Jersey. And God gave me people along the way. He's going to keep giving me people along the way, and I'm going to keep moving forward because I see that there's a purpose in my pain. And I see that if I can be brave, then other people can be brave. And I see that if I can be vulnerable, then other people can be vulnerable. And we all don't have to walk around putting on this mask like life is sweet, and it's not always sweet. And why are we doing it alone? And why are we pretending? Like, what is the point? What's the point? I just want to live. I just want to live. I want to love. I want to inspire people. I want to have fun. You know what I mean? I want to sing. Life shouldn't be this hard. So that was today. You know, and the blessing was because I never made it to New York, I wound up being able to drop off some prescriptions to my sons. And they came outside and they saw me. And I got to see my babies today. And they hugged their mama, and they gave me a picture, and because I annoy them with pictures. And I'll tell you one day why I'm obsessed with pictures, because we've talked about enough sadness for right now. But God will give you enough to hold on, even when everything is just falling apart. He'll give you enough to hold on. You just have to be peaceful. You just have to find a place where you can get calm and get back in tune with your spirit and just listen and wait on him. He'll tell you what to do and where to go. He will tell you, just be still, and it's going to be all right. And tell people what you need, humbly and honestly. And either they will or they won't. But at least you gave them the opportunity, because there may be people that are around you right now who want to help you. They're ready and they're willing, but you just haven't asked. You won't know unless you ask. So I have faith, and I know that my family loves me enough to keep my baby safe. And I'm going to trust in God that this all is for a bigger reason for all of us. And that it is what it is. You know, so it's a beautiful day in New Jersey still. It's a little chilly, but I have trouble containing my heat, which is why I'm wearing what I'm wearing. You know, it is what it is. I go hot to cold real quick. So I'm going to let the breeze take me where it takes me. I'm going to try to enjoy the rest of this day and breathe. And just breathe. God bless you all. And honestly, I hope my videos, they reach the right people. I hope Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, y'all got a tall bill of things to fix here in this country. The world is in a crisis, but this country especially is in a crisis. And literally my life is a cautionary tale for the American health system. And somebody got to fix it. Because I shouldn't have to uproot everything just to be healthy. I shouldn't have to move everything and change everything in my life just so I have access to good health care. Shame on anybody who looks at it that way. For everybody who makes $1 off of insurance premiums and all of that, anybody who makes $1 off of the medical, the drug system, all of it, y'all all dead ass wrong. And I'm just sorry, but it is what it is. And God don't like ugly. So if you're moving for greed, do what you do. But just know that if people like me who only seek to do good are suffering like this, I just can't imagine what's in store for you if greed is really what's pushing you to do what you do. And I pray God have mercy on your soul for it, because this isn't right. So y'all try to enjoy the rest of your day. I damn sure will. I love you all, whoever's listening, whoever's watching. It's gonna be all right. I'm just gonna breathe. I love you.